Okay, so when you're stressed out, what comforts you?
Sitting on the sofa.
On the lazy boy leather couch.
No. Surfing is a big one for me. I love getting out in nature, the sun, the smell of the salt air, paddling in the water, and then just riding a gentle wave, really nice. But can't do that here, so getting out outdoors and hiking.
What about you,
Being on the
Michael?
sunshine, fresh
Playing
air.
my guitar or writing. And you?
Singing. I sing.
There you go.
Singing definitely gets out the stress, and also the things Kathy was talking. Anything pampery-wise. If I can get in a bubble bath and get pampered, that's up there for me. But what was really interesting is I wanted to find out what people of New Mexico feel when when they're stressed out. What do they want to do to relax? So we went out and we actually asked people that same question: what comforts you? So Alexa, in our world today, things are getting a little crazy, a little hectic. What do you do to de-stress?
Well, I actually am a member of Hijastros, the American Flamenco Repertory Company. And these are my fellow dancers and my artistic director, Joaquin Encinas. And that is actually a really great way to de-stress because it's dancing, it's expressive, it's musical, it's intellectual, it's rhythmic, and it's pretty amazing.
One of the things that I like to do when I get home, especially, is make dinner. I think just that process alone of, kind of just going through and putting the ingredients together and making dinner and sitting down and eating it is really relaxing, and it's just a way for me to reflect on the day, everything I've heard and seen and said, and just kind of assess it that way.
What do you do to de-stress on a tough day when you think about how crazy the world is becoming?
I just take a nap.
Usually I go to Edgewood, and I have a little hobby over there. It's a project car of a Pontiac Le Mans 69, so I try to rebuild that up. And I try to forget anything about what happens at UNM.
De-stress. I'd have to say the top two ways that I de-stress is practice yoga and definitely a nice hot bath with like lavender oil, bubbles, maybe a glass of wine.
I like to paint. I use acrylics and pastels, and I can just get into another world and forget about everything else happening around us.
I play the harp, the Celtic harp, and there's just nothing other than sitting behind your nice 36-string harp and playing music that can, nothing beats that for de-stressing.
Okay, so Jackson, in this crazy world, things are so tough. We need ways to just de-stress. What do you do?
Oh, I like working out. It helps distress like that. Hanging out with good friends that keep you positive. That helps out too. Church. Most of the time that helps me out too, and good family and friends. That's what helps me.
That sounds good to me. And what about you, Carl?
Basically the same thing, family and friends, and stay around positive people and do positive things, like, just go out, do something, have fun.
And he also had that soccer bonus, and I actually had asked him, is soccer one of the ways that you also de-stress? And he said getting together with friends and doing sport activities as a team. That's something that a lot of people, and it seems like the things we've been talking about, we're right on the money, because this is what people do.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do to de-stress. You don't have to just stick to your old ways. I would just picked up a couple there that I might try out. That hot bath in the lavender oil sounds good.
Hot bath and yoga they mentioned. So we're talking about hot yoga today.
Both of the things we're talking about today, so that's good to know. And obviously the people around, people really are looking for that out from the world. I think they're really looking for a way to just find their center and find their calm. And I think that's probably why shows like Idol and Glee are really popular, because they're an escape for all of us.
It certainly is, definitely.
Yeah.
A lot of people turn to food too.
Yes.
They do.
Oh, yes, definitely.
It's good stuff. Let me tell you, sometimes when I'm really stressed, I'll just eat like crazy. I'm not kidding.
Guilty.
Chocolate. And I think chocolate, there's actually something in chocolate that gives you a little boost. Makes you feel a little better.
So, it seems like girls have that problem more than guys, though, right? With chocolate? I don't know.
I'm not too into that chocolate thing, but the food, I'll eat like crazy.
It's funny because with food, I always feel like it has an adverse effect on some people. Either you lose your appetite when you're really stressed out, or you just eat like crazy. And I wish I was the first, but I'm the last.
I have the two levels. Mildly stressed, I eat a lot.
Okay.
And then when I get super stressed, I lose my appetite.
Really?
So it just depends.
Interesting. Very interesting.
And sometimes hanging out with a good friend actually helps you de-stress.
And venting. I mean, I think sometimes when we hold things in, it makes it worse for us. But when we just get out what we feel and what we need to say, sometimes just that venting moment, like we were talking about the other day, and we're going to be talking about toggling later this week, and that will give you indication of why you shouldn't hold in your emotions.
Well, friendship definitely important too, and we're back with an unlikely friendship after the break.
You and me.